All right, this is the connecting rod. You can see the material up here. Let's look about a strategy here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw this piece. It's all the same thickness as my base. Not this, not this, but I'll draw this one up to here so that I can then, it'll be easy to add that half circle on. So the question is, how thick is this? Well, it's just as thick as this is up here. And it says the radius of that circle is a 1/4 inch. That means the diameter is a half. So if this is a half, then this is a half. So it's a 1/2 inch thick. So my sketch is going to be starting here, up, over, down, over, a curve, up to here, around, and back. And the bottom will look the same as the top. And then I'll add this, once I extrude that 1/2 inch, I'll add this thing on the top. I'll mirror it down to the bottom. I'll probably put, and then this is easy to put in, this is easy to put in. And then we'll put this little indentation here, and we'll mirror it to the other side. So there's a lot of mirroring going on here in the sketch as well as in the model. So let's look at the sketch first. So here I've, in sketch 1, I've done quite a bit of this, and you can get these dimensions off of here. One thing that is a little bit not confusing, but you have to think, this whole thing from center to center is 3. This circle has a radius of 1.25, so the diameter is 2.5 from here to here. 2.5 from 3 is a 1/2 inch. So this has to be a 1/4 inch, and this has to be a 1/4 inch. So it's up a 1/4 inch, over a 1/2 inch, down a 1/4 inch, over a 1/4 inch, because 0.75 minus 0.5 is 0.25. So that's where I got the dimensions. It's all there. I want to show you the mirror command. So once we have it done on the top here, we don't want to do all the work to get it in the bottom. It's easy to, I'll show you how easy it is. You click mirror. It tells you what to do. Select the mirror line. So the very first line I drew on this was this line right here. Then I offset it up 3/8 of an inch. I offset it down 3/8 of an inch. And then I turned it into a construction line with that. I don't want that part of my extrusion, but I'm going to use it. Okay, so select a mirror line. That's my mirror line. Now select entities to be mirrored. I can click that one. Boom. Look how easy that is. Boom. Boom. Sound effects are mandatory. Boom. Boom. Bingo. Got a region. Okay, so that beats putting all this stuff in again. Now, the way I got this curve, it tells us what the radius is. I drew a 4-inch circle out here, made it tangent, made it coincident at that point, and then trimmed it. All right, so we've had this problem before down here. I forget what that radius is. It's a 1/2 inch. So that's a fillet. And we click here, and we click here, and it does not like that. You have to, first of all, trim this. No, that's the wrong one. Control Z, trim this. But I gotta go back to this. Trim. Now I can fillet it. Of course, if you did this first, you could have gone ahead and mirrored the fillet as well. The radius was, did I say 0.5? Do the same thing down here. But for this region, I want this line back. So the opposite of trimming something, cutting it off, is adding something, which is called extend. We hardly ever, we use this about 20 times or 50 times for every time we use this. But occasionally we need to extend something. So I'm going to extend this circle. Grab that circle and just bring it around here. So I put it back in. Now I can trim the back half of this. And that's what it's supposed to look like. Then I extrude it. Then I made that sketch, extruded that. Okay, now I put the little top on there. Then I put a hole in there. Now I want the same thing down here. But that's a 3D mirror, and click here. And I was having real trouble with this until I realized that, see, this whole thing is a part. It wouldn't let me pick individual pieces of this. You got to pull this down. We want to mirror features. Everything in here, this extrude is a feature, that's a feature, that's a feature. The whole is a feature. So I can pick the features off of, I want this extrusion, and I want this hole. I pick the mirror plane, and the mirror plane is, the one right in the middle, right there. It's the top plane. So again, another key reason for keeping things centered. There it is. Okay. What's that? I think that's something I don't need anymore. Okay, so then I put that on. That's pretty easy. Now, when I did this didn't match up with this. It was because I had a radius wrong. I had to go back in and fix it. It should match. The distance says 6.5. Okay, now I want to get rid of that. So that's really not too difficult to, we know how to draw that, and we know how to extrude it. But we want the same thing on the back side. So again, the front plane is right in the middle of this thing. That's the beauty of choosing the origin and getting things lined up from the beginning. So I can go mirror, pick the feature, and the feature I want is this extrusion. And the plane I want is this plane. Life is good. There it is.